Good morning, everyone. My name is Terry Essel. I'm the owner of Superior Fax and Laser here in Syracuse. We've been in business since 1994. We sell and service business machines, printers, faxes, and multifunction machines, print, copy, fax, and scan, network machines. When we started in 1994, the name of the company was actually Superior Fax Repair Company. And the reason was because all we did was repair fax machines. There were lots of fax machines back then in 1994. And if you were around at that time, you remember the thermal roll machines. And Abby might not have ever seen one. You ever see thermal roll?
Tom and I were in middle school.
This is what most of the machines were at the time, and the ink is actually impregnated in the paper. So it was a really simple process. The problem with the thermal roll is that after about 2 or 3 years, they turned yellow and you couldn't read the writing. And so for lawyers and accounting firms and that, they had to copy their faxes onto plain paper and store them. So these went by the wayside a number of years ago. Our niche then, as it is now, is all brands and all models. We stuck with that. We're not tied into one manufacturer for a lot of reasons, but today we still are the same thing. We work on all brands and all models. After a period of time, we had to start selling supplies. So we were selling the thermal rolls and we were selling inkjet cartridges. Our customers, after a period of time, needed replacement machines. So we started getting into buying and selling machines, used machines. Eventually we got into new machines sales. After a period of time, we started getting into laser machines, and we started selling a lot of toner, to the point that in 2004, we changed our name to Superior Fax and Laser, which is what it is today. And our nickname is the Toner Kings. Last year we sold about 6,000 toner cartridges. We sell a lot of toner. There's basically, to break it down, there's basically 3 types of toner. And everybody knows about OEM. Some people don't know what the name means. OEM is Original Equipment Manufacturer. And that's actually the HP brand or the Dell brand or the Lexmark brand. That's OEM. That's the manufacturer brand. That's the best toner. It's great toner, but it's extremely expensive. The other type of toner, second type of toner, is recycled or refilled toner. And a lot of it is junk. A lot of it comes from China, and it's just really low quality. And we call it drill and fill. And actually what they do is they take a used toner cartridge, they drill a hole in the side, they fill it with toner, put tape over it, and send it back out. And nothing internally, none of the bearings or bushings or cleaning blades or anything gets replaced. So when you're on the internet and you find a toner really cheap, that's probably the reason. Some of it works, but a lot of it doesn't. And the failure rate on the recycled stuff and the really cheap toner is, it's just like anything else. If you get something at a ridiculously low price, it's probably not gonna last. It's probably not gonna give you the quality. The third type of toner, we are a dealer for MSE. MSE, Micro Solutions Enterprises. They're a big company in California. It's made in the USA. They sell a toner called OEM equivalent toner. And we guarantee that it's exactly the same as OEM. We guarantee the quality, we guarantee the yield. You're gonna get however many prints that the cartridge says it's gonna get. And one difference with the MSE brand is, this is what we sell, MSE, and one difference is any toner you've ever had comes with a 1-year warranty maximum. Everything MSE sells is 3 years, 3-year warranty on it. And that's because of all the quality control they've done, the testing they've done, and how they build these things. They guarantee that they're gonna be 3-year warranty, that they're gonna be same quality in 3 years if they're sitting on your shelf. So I could talk about MSE, the company, and why we became a dealer for them probably about 5 years ago, but I've got a little video clip that will tell it way better than I can.
In today's global economy, the value proposition for alternative printing consumables is more resonant to businesses and consumers. MSE's intelligently re-engineered cartridges allow you to achieve a significant cost savings and deliver quality comparable to the originals while reducing your company's carbon footprint. We understand that you have a multitude of choices when seeking a supplier and aim at providing you the facts allowing you to make an informed choice. Founded in 1994, MSE has been a recognized leader and innovator in the aftermarket imaging supplies business. At inception, the aftermarket industry struggled to provide the reliability demanded by the consumers seeking a better value versus the originals. The MSE brand was specifically designed with a quality-conscious consumer in mind. MSE pioneered intelligent re-engineering, which serves as the platform to provide the market's only true alternative to high-priced originals. Today, MSE has emerged as the undisputed leader in quality, value, and innovation. With a continuous investment into engineering and an ever-growing patent portfolio, MSE continues to break down OEM barriers to ensure that you, the consumer, have a choice. MSE utilizes a global network of qualified, authorized dealers offering a multitude of solutions and product offerings. A consultative approach is utilized in order to understand each business's printing environments, costs, and sensitivities. We understand that each consumer is unique, and we provide our dealers the flexible programs and tools to meet each of your needs. MSE has pioneered the trademark process of intelligent re-engineering as applied to aftermarket printer consumables, which is a protocol that employs patented technologies, proprietary processes, and stringent testing methodologies. At MSE, every aspect of our products from quality, reliability, aesthetics, and environmental impact are thoroughly analyzed on an ongoing basis. The result is a better built, higher quality, more consistent product rivaling the performance of the OEM. Color printing is the new standard in which businesses communicate their value proposition with existing and prospective customers. The high cost of OEM color printing remains a customer concern and pain point. MSE's Absolute Color Technologies is the culmination of years of research, development, and deployed resources. Behind all this is the goal of providing the industry's first and only alternative to high-cost OEM color toner cartridges. At MSE, we believe that ensuring long-term quality and reliability is the foundation of ongoing customer satisfaction. MSE has created the market's most rigorous quality control protocol. Our 5-step protocol includes inspection of all inbound materials prior to production, 3 separate print quality cartridge integrity audits, and life testing. As a community, we share a collective responsibility to mitigate our carbon footprint. By supporting a recycled product, you help unburden our overtaxed landfills. MSE also offers comprehensive empty collection programs that will allow you to recycle your used cartridges. please contact your authorized dealer about available programs. Most importantly, your purchasing decisions impact jobs in your community and engender small business growth in your local economy. We believe that MSE's true value lies in our ability to provide consumer choice. The cost of original printer consumables is exorbitant, and the OEM's empire has been built by the classic razor and blade sales model, which ultimately takes advantage of the consumer. MSE's technologies and innovations allow you the freedom to explore a high-quality, intelligently re-engineered, cost-effective, and environmentally conscious option. With a savings of 20 to 40%, MSE products are your highest overall value. The OEM manufacturers have used a broad brushstroke to negatively portray the aftermarket industry, and we have succeeded in separating ourselves from their stereotype. We are confident that our product will exceed your expectations and look forward to earning your trust. Please contact your authorized MSE dealer for more information.
So that tells it way better than I could. I can tell you that over the years, we've probably represented 30 different manufacturers across the country of non-OEM toner cartridges, and a lot of them are junk. I've lost some really good customers because you might get a good batch and then you get a bad batch, and all you have to do is irritate somebody or cause them grief once and you lose a customer. And 5 years ago, when MSE came to us, I was really skeptical, and they started talking to my employee who handles all of our toners, Jeff, and he said, "These guys are different." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I've heard it all." And well, it didn't hurt that they said, "Hey, we'll meet you at the Dinosaur, buy you dinner and talk about it." And I went there and I said, "All right," and I was skeptical, I really was. And after just an hour of listening to them talk about this kind of stuff, I was sold, and we switched all of our business to them. And our failure rate is so low, it's remarkable. It really is. So cost savings are huge. And if anybody ever wants to just try one, it's 100% money back guarantee. But they really are an awesome toner cartridge. We also do sales and service of machines off lease. We specialize in off lease machines because we get pallets of them in from a company that is turning over and buying new machines, and we get machines with so low prints. Sometimes I'll get a machine with 100 prints. I could sell it as new. I don't, but they're really quality. So sales and service of business machines as well. And I got to keep you in a good mood, so give everybody a nice pen. And if anyone has any, let me just tell you one more thing. Just as an example, this is a Dell cartridge. We sell thousands of these cartridges. They're for large printers. Commercial grade is mainly what we deal in. So this cartridge today, I Googled Staples price, and it's $309. And our price every day on this cartridge is $199. And so we sell, St. Joseph's Health Network buys all their toner cartridges from us. They buy tons of these, so they're saving so much per cartridge. We saved them like $60,000 last year. Now they buy awful lot of toner, but so the savings can be big for a large company. So,
Question for you, Terry.
right.
Like our company is on a lease.
Yeah.
Do the lease, you mentioned off lease, do the lease, when you're leasing a printer, do they kind of force you to buy their printer, their toner, because
Yeah,
if it
it
goes
comes.
bad? If it goes bad, then they
Yeah.
say it's your toner and they want to charge the person.
Exactly. If you're leasing, it's going to come. You're in your lease. It's going to tell you have to buy from them,
Okay.
and they're going to supply you with their toner.
That's all part of the package.
All part of the package. What you're talking about is leasing, and then it's also called MPS, Managed Print System. Managed Print, where they actually tie in now through the network. They tie right into your systems. They get notified when the toner's low.
Right.
And they'll just send out another toner.
Mhm.
But yeah, if you're under a lease agreement or a managed print system,
Not for you.
I can't sell to you anyway. know, that's part of the game, but,
Right.
yep, good question.
Do you do leases of equipment or just sell them?
We can do leases, I have done them, but our prices typically, if you go out and you find a big printer these days, let's say, and it's, you know, say it's $3,000, we're probably gonna sell it to you for $1,500. That's our thing, is about half price of what you can buy it for new. And in general, what Staples sells, we really don't get into that. We're in the commercial grade market. You know, so we stay away from the couple $100 machines. It's just not what we're into. Yeah, good question.
So what size businesses do you target?
I have customers, lady in Jamesville, she has one printer on her desk.
Okay, so small printers.
Small ones, you know, we repair anything. If you called me with a $100 brother and you wanted to get it fixed,
Okay,
we'll come out and service it.
so you service them too?
Yeah, yeah, we do service calls all the time. Mainly HP, Dell, Lexmark. It's mainly what we sell and service. But you can call us with a Samsung. We service everything, always have.
Okay.
And we'll look, you know, we'll take a look at it, and if it's worth fixing,
And so if they own their machines and they can get their toners from you, it's only when they're in a lease program that
Right.
it becomes difficult.
and some lease programs don't include the toner, so then it's illegal for a manufacturer to say, and you've heard it probably if you're in the business, you've heard them say, oh, you can't use recycled or refilled, that voids the warranty. Well, there's an act in Congress that they passed a number of years ago that says they can't do that.
Right.
They still try to, but it's illegal, actually. And honestly, I've never, even a junk toner, I've never had it ruin a machine. I've never had it destroy a machine. I've had to go vacuum out the machine, you know, but they don't break a machine. The toner sits there and just turns. It can't physically, but, yeah. Good question.
Do you do repairs or maintenance on small machines?
Absolutely, yes.
And you make house calls?
Yep, we do. Yep, we do service calls. We're out on the road a lot. And honestly, if somebody called me with an inkjet machine, you know, a little inkjet from Staples, and I know it's an $89, I tell people, just go get another one. You know, that's not our market, and I'd rather be honest. And I tell them, I say, hey, if you need us in the future, you know, I have a potential customer. If I said, yeah, we'll come out, and I charge them $85 to tell them to go get a $70 machine, I'm not gonna have a customer, so. Matter of fact, Pete's office, Pete didn't even know we serviced one fax machine in his office, and he didn't know a little brother machine in their print room, and they've got a whole bunch of other equipment, but they're contracted, I assume.
You
so.
want the other equipment, trust me.
I know, but it might be.
We go through paper like nothing, so.
Yeah, it might. You
Are
know.
we on a lease?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, if I could help out, it's
'Cause
a different area.
There's actually two offices in his office. When you walk in, there's Prudential, and then what's the name? The little
Yeah, it's just a private office.
private office. And we've always taken care of them, and we have one little machine in his office. I'm happy for it, but so it's just a matter of getting the word out and talking to people, and that. Yep.
Yeah, you talked about the quality of the toners. I mean, what makes it better or worse, or?
Every single, the MSE, well, like I was talking about, the drill and fill, where they just do the cheapest thing they can do and get it out the door. There's all kinds in a cartridge, there's all kinds of bearings and cleaning blades and the drums themselves and magnetic rollers and all kinds of things. MSE takes the cartridge apart, and actually they do it with a laser, so that they don't change the dimensions of the case. I mean, even by 1,000th of an inch, they don't change the dimensions. And they've got scientists on staff. It's unbelievable the extent that they've gone to make an OEM quality cartridge. There isn't any other OEM quality cartridges, and I can tell you from experience. But they take it apart, they take the case apart, they take everything out of it, you know, completely clean the whole thing, and everything gets brand. It's you can call it a clone, probably not a good word to use, but it's precisely the same thing. And
Even if you go to like Staples or whatever, and you get like the recycled cartridges, or
The Staples recycled, they're all, you know, most of them are from China. WB Mason, Hummels, they all have off brands.
So you wouldn't recommend those
Um,
as far as?
Not over the MSC. You know, like there's OEM, OEM's the best. They were made by the manufacturer for their machine. And MSC, I say, is from our experience and from our failure rate, is the same. And then everything else, whether it's remanufactured, recycled, refilled, you know, and like, you know, we sell that for $1.99, and that's a great price for that cartridge. That's a high-end cartridge. You can find that cartridge for probably $70 on eBay, but you're gonna get what you pay for. You know, it might work, but it might not, and if it fails, you know, you got trouble. So, and like I said, you can only sell the junk cartridge once. You know, I could find a cheaper cartridge, sell it to you, and if it goes bad, you're not gonna wanna buy from me anymore. You're not gonna trust me. You know, and to have the St. Joe's contract, thousands and thousands of cartridges, they wouldn't have it with us. And that's all we sell them is MSC, and that's the only reason I have that contract. If I tried selling them anything else, I would have been gone a long time ago, because some of it works, but some of it doesn't. And when it doesn't, a purchasing agent at a company, they're not gonna talk to me. They're gonna say, you know, thanks anyway, we're gonna go back to Staples and pay the money. And there's tons of companies we deal with that pay the OEM prices, because they've been burned by, you know, lower quality cartridges in the past, and it's not worth saving money. So,
I can speak from experience on that. I've probably gone through all the different options over the years, and any of the cheaper stuff I've bought, the quality of the print isn't as good.
Mhm.
And you don't get as much you don't get as many prints out of it. And
You're right.
so if you're doing a high volume of printing, you might save however much money, but you're gonna rebuy that cartridge multiple
Yeah.
times, and you're gonna pay more, is what I've always experienced.
and you're right, no, and over time, you're not saving any money, and the aggravation, and for me, losing customers. And it happened because I didn't have an MSC type, over the years, bless you. I had to sell whatever we could get from, you know, all kind of copy technologies and all kinds of vendors all over the country. I can tell you this cartridge right here is an aftermarket cartridge, a recycled cartridge. And I can tell you by holding it, there's at least 50% left in there, and it's losing its, you know, it's shot. This was taken out because it wasn't working, it was failing, and there's at least half left in that cartridge, you know, so to your point. Yep.
I have another question.
Yes.
The video mentioned it a little bit, but do you take old cartridges
Yes.
for recycling?
Yeah, we recycle them. It costs us money. We don't get anything for them, but I do it honestly to keep them out of the trash. At the beginning, we were throwing them in the trash, and I don't like doing that. And we recycle hundreds and hundreds a month. So I drag them over to Staples, and I used to get a couple bucks for them, and now I don't, because I don't buy their toner. You have to buy their toner, certain amount. So I drag huge cartons over twice a month, just to keep them out of the trash.
So if, within the group, if we had a need to recycle those.
Oh, if you have any,
That wouldn't be an issue.
bring them in or call me, and yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do it. Like now, I know I'm gonna get all Pete's office after this demo.
Perfect. That would get you in the door, it'd be worth it. I think the industry for us, they've shifted the printing from the, whatever your home office is,
Mhm.
instead of sending out a brochure, they say, you print it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've become printers.
Yeah, I mean,
It's got a good quality too.
yeah, I'd love to talk to you. Well,
No, you don't wanna talk to me, I'm not making that decision, but you wanna get in our office, yeah.
well, I learned a few years ago, Lockheed Martin was my customer for 15 years. It was a big deal. All service, sales, and all their toner, or all their fax toner. And my purchasing lady, Mary, I had her for 15 years. She told me, hey, I'm retiring, just say on March 15th. Okay, the next day, March 16th, I called somebody and said, hey, you know, how's things going? They go, oh, we can't use you guys anymore. We were gone overnight. They went corporate. They said everything comes out of New Jersey now, our corporate office in New Jersey, everything. So,
Yeah,
you know,
I bet.
so we have tons and tons of little businesses. To your point, do we fix little machines, or do we do one machine? Yes, because we've got probably 300 customers. Most of them are small. couple machines, you know. But, yep.
Terry, what's your geography in Chicago?
Service-wise, only about 30 miles. Maybe New Hartford, maybe Auburn at the farthest. The reason being is if I send a tech out, I can't charge, you know, he'll be gone 3 hours. I can't charge for that to do a service call. So we've had to rein it in. We used to do Binghamton. We do third-party service for large companies out of town, and if they, you know, they send us to New Hartford, Gander Mountain's one of them, and okay, you want to charge? We're going to charge you from the time we leave to the time we get back.
Sure.
You know, it's the only way I can do it. So mainly right around here. Yeah, and we do service contracts as well. We don't really lease, but we split up payments sometimes if somebody needs that. So we just try to work with people.
So what's a good, I'm sorry, I should raise my hand.
Wait a minute. Yeah, Sonia.
What's a good referral for you, and why do some people lease? What's the difference between leasing and what it is?
Leasing breaks up your payment to, you know, $30 a month or something, I don't know, whatever it might be, rather than having a $1,500 payment,
Okay.
you know. But if you look at your leasing over time, you're probably gonna spend 3 times as much for that printer than you would have if you just bought it outright. But for some, I don't know, financial guys could tell you why. They can write it off every month, and it's depreciation, and I don't understand it. But,
Oh, okay.
but we're small. I never got into a leasing company. Most of my customers don't ask for leases over the years, so,
Okay.
yeah.
And so what's a good referral for you? Like
Really any office, we have customers with one machine and we sell them one toner, you know, twice a year. And then larger companies with multiple locations is awesome. You know, Aspen Dental would be a good one.
There you go.
I've tried, you know.
What's up with them?
I know it, jeez.
Can't get in there, or
What's that?
can't get in there, or?
Yeah, I mean, you know, you call and ask, it's like, everybody does. You call and ask, hey, you know, who's the person, and you send them stuff in the mail. They probably get dozens of things. Unless you know people, and that's the beauty of this group, is if unless you know somebody that knows somebody, it's kind of hard. It's hard to get in anywhere these days for anything, you know. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that I think some people have had some type of success with is, you know, certain referrals are difficult, so then they provide a list of some target companies they'd like to work with.
Gotcha.
And I think sometimes that helps rather than us sitting here thinking of who we can refer. You give a list and pass it around, oh, I know somebody here, I know somebody there.
You know what? That'd be a good idea for everybody, maybe to generate a little list of if anyone knows anyone here, or if anyone, you know, that's a good idea.
Doctor's office is good leads for you?
Oh, yeah, yeah, we're in North Med, you know, Northeast Medical.
Do CNY family or child?
We do some CNY family. That's the weird thing. We've got little
Some
bits
offices.
in large CNY family. We have like a couple machines,
Yeah.
you know.
But not all.
No, and a lot of them might be on contract, so we get the ones that aren't on. Even if somebody has a contract, they probably have a couple machines that aren't on contract, so we definitely want those. You know.
How about SOS for, orthopedic?
Probably a long time ago, we did a little bit of them. I think they were on Taft Road at one time.
Well, that's the newest one.
Oh, okay.
They're all over.
Yeah.
There's like about 10
In
locations.
23 years, it's funny, I drive down the street and almost every building I had at one time, you know. It fluctuates, you know, with all of us, it fluctuates who you deal with, and management changes, or people got irritated at the garbage cartridges, you know. There's a bad name for remanufactured cartridges, and most of it's warranted. You know, all you gotta do is Google and you'll find really cheap prices on everything, you know.
Get what you pay for.
And you do, you really do.
Or don't get what you pay for.
Right.
Great,
Yep.
any other questions? We gotta move on.
Yep.
Finish up. Great job, Terry.
Oh, thank you.